Well, good day there, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Traplines and Inlines. It's a beautiful day here today up in the bush, up at camp. It's just a lovely day here. It really is. We're listening here. The ice is freezing up. It sounds very nice. And it's a beautiful sunny day. Good for solar here at camp. Everything is wonderful. All of a sudden, it's that time of the year again here, guys. It's time to hit the trap line. As you know, guys who watched my last video, you know, we got hit with quite a storm here. We got quite a bit of snow. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun running our coyote baits, doing some wolf trapping, you know, maybe some beaver and some fisher stuff too, but mainly coyote. But today, we got to go wolf snaring. That's what we're up to. So we're getting fired up to do that. Getting some dinner going. Some deadly bacon. Get everything fired up here. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. You know, it should be a good season. But let's get right at her. Get hard at her. Get hard on the coyotes, and let's stack up the fur, guys. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, I already got the skidoo going. You know, put the quad away. Too much snow for it. So, guys, I actually already got a start at her. Like, I already got a dozen coyotes here. I'll show you. You know, I was processing some early season shot coyotes. Then the other day, did my first check on my big bait. Pulled 5 coyotes off that. I had this stupid SD card deleted my footage, so I lost it. It was too bad, guys, but I was in the dark. It wasn't the best footage anyway, but I'll show you the coyotes. And don't worry, there'll be lots more to show you. Gonna be putting a lot more miles on this skidoo this winter, that's for sure. I like to see the sun. She's got her heated right up here, guys. I'm already overdressed. Good for my solar, hey? I am sure glad to see the sun this time of the year. We just get so little of it. Show you the situation here in workshop. I'm getting all my stuff brought out of storage here, so it's a bit of a mess. And then here's the coyote situation so far. 7 on the back. They're a touch earlier. Nice coyotes here though. Nice coyote. They're all shot coyotes I processed. I pulled these 5 coyotes out of snares. This is a beautiful one. This is really a nice coyote, guys. Off my first bait check of the year. On my first bait, and I lost the footage, this stupid SD card. That's all I've done is one little bait check, so we haven't missed much. We'll get right at her. So when I was talking to you about this storm being a pain in the ass, like I had all these wolves come through here, piss around near my bait, you know, make beautiful trails. And then I sat on all of the beautiful trails, and now, like, fuck, is that ever painful, hey? This set's pretty well ruined now because it's drifted in here. Like, this is what we're dealing with this storm. Pretty lucky I was able to find this one. but it's a sprung ram. The way I got deer tracks around here, I'm almost certain this is gonna be a breakaway. You can see, that's where it was anchored. Yep. Okay guys, so we're just at the first bait station here. It's really the only bait station, you know, we're just getting her set up here still. I set up another bait station yesterday, hope to set up another one today, get her started. It's been a slow start, but looking slow here. We pulled 5 beauty coyotes here off the first check. Now it's a little slower around here, and but looks like we're onto something here now. So this is quite a ways west of my bait, and there's a nice little spring here. You see the water stays open here pretty late into the winter. Now I always catch lots back here. They seem to love coming through this way. It's a couple 100 yards from the bait, you know. Come on over here, and there is nice looking coyote. See this trail, it goes exactly where I'm walking, and they seem to like to come on this left side of the tree, and boom, there we go. You know, after you catch that first check, I always do so good. But yeah, seems to really have dropped off here. Usually I'll have a good next, like my second check here is usually pretty good too. So I catch 3 or 4. Caught as much as 7 coyotes here on one check. But this is about your perfect 2.5-year-old coyote, or 1.5. Really good, smooth fur on it, a beauty. Everything we want out of a coyote. We're very happy to see it. Can you imagine getting skunked here? Holy. So we'll remake this set. It's not an easy one to remake. It's not a very good trail. It's pretty open. You know, it's wide open. And now especially since the coyotes come through here and tore things up a bit, it's particularly out of order. We're using ram number 1 power snares here, of course. We'll go back to the basics a bit here for the new guys. Now this is a fairly long snare for number 1. It's a snare I made. I like it. You know, I test, make sure my loop is good. You see how it's good that way. It's good this way. It drops good. So we kind of got to reach this out to get out where we want to be. It's not going to be the best set here, but I've caught quite a few coyotes here, so I just kind of got to reset it. So we'll set it around. Now it's live. Okay, so when I do that, first I got to find where this snare sits perfect. You see, it doesn't sit perfect. It has to go exactly the right way. It may look different on different snares where this nut needs to be positioned and where this loop needs to sit. So you have to align that with the way the natural loop of the cable is. So you can see here, I can see that that's going to sit good there. So now it's a matter of, we've got to set this, pull the safety off, and instead of having all the tension of this spring, it's a spring, right? On this safety, now we're transferring it to sit on this nut. Definitely careful in doing this, because this thing will fucking hurt you. It will really fucking hurt you. Trust me. And then that's how it sets here. So this is a shitty snare. It's too small. They build them, they make them too small. The loops are not as good, and I don't got it set there perfect. But that's how it works. So then when something comes here, we're gonna be careful because the thing is live. Maybe I'll just put it back here. So when something comes here, it gets caught. I want the ram to fall over. It tightens the snare around the neck of whatever we're catching, and from there, the ram falls over. This nut is still there. They pull back on this. They lift the nut. They lift the nut off, and then that releases the spring into the full extended position. As such, it tightens the piss out of this snare. So this is still hooked on here, and this tightens this end right down to really cut the blood flow to the head of the animal we are snaring. And you can see why that snare is too short. There's inches there I could still have had they not made this snare 47 inches instead of probably at least 50. And yeah, I hate using these ones, I do, but I try and get them burned up. Make your own snares. It's just not worth buying them, in my opinion. So we'll show you lots of setting here and different things I'm looking on the trails as this progresses, but I'm not going to show you, like here we're setting up a whole new bait. Like, that's just such a wasted, I'm just wasting your time. It's so boring. I find it boring. But we'll go right back to basics here on the beginning. Do it once and not bore you with it the whole fucking season. Now I actually do not like this set. It's so open. It's gonna be tricky to make it back up, and even then I'm not gonna like it. So I'm gonna actually save this demonstration for a better set. So we'll show you later on here in the video. Yeah, that's like my least kind of set, having to neck it down and kind of force it. It's so wide open here either side, but I've caught, so I just gotta set. It's just one I gotta make. But you can see here I got a flagging tape there. You can see a sprung ram, an outline in the snow, a fair bit of snow on her. Must have caught her shortly after I checked this last. It's crazy. Today was not looking so good there for a second. Like, I was down to 6 or 7 snares at about 20 on this bait, and I still hadn't caught anything. But she's turned around here pretty nicely for us. Yeah, I must have caught this one just right after I checked her last. Gotta be. Looks good, but it was here when it got snowed on and kind of melt on it. Then it gets iced up, looks like just terrible. This is a good coyote, but he could totally have you fooled how bad it looks iced up like this. But it is a beauty. So move her down the hill here. So I realized there's a better home for this ram just about 10 feet further here. See, this is gonna work good. I'm gonna find a good anchor tree. This one will do the job. And right there, right dead center, is perfect neck down, coming down the hill. It's gonna work beauty. Okay, first and foremost, like the #1 thing here you need is a good anchoring system. Efficient. Save you so much time moving these rams around. Quick snap link, it's anchored. I know, that's it, you know. Not pissing around with wire or anything like that. Just hook them up, unhook them quick. Saves you so much time. I think it's really worth every second spending the time to find the best trails, the best spots on the trails. You come back, you set them every year pretty well. A lot of the exact same sets. And you just get a good feel. Like, there's some that just always catch. Get into good system here. This is such a steep hill. I'm having a bit of a prick of a time just trying not to slide down here, but this is a beautiful snare location. Yeah, if I have to drag 5 coyotes up this hill, you know, she's a she's a workout, I tell you. This snare has somehow come a touch bent on me. It's just not a perfect loop, but it will be good all the same. See, it's so steep. It's a little bit twisted up in the bushes. It's so steep coming down that hill that everything is looking over top of this. They're not looking straight down the hill. They're looking straight out in front of them, and they're gonna walk right into this snare. Same thing applies if you snare on the bend of a trail, etc. And I like to break up the shape of this snare a bit, but you can see all of our natural backing is already there, It makes life easy on us. We already got these little pieces here breaking up the shape of it. And just try and break up the shape of the ram. I hope it looks all right from this side. I know this isn't a perfect loop, but that's just what you want, you know. Quick and easy too, fuck all time. See, I caught a coyote here last time. And broke trail dragging them up here last go over. Oh fuck, being a goof there. That's work, I tell you. That's not even an excessively steep place. It's, you know, the whole fucking way. First check on a new bait station, and you know I'm always excited about that. Rarely am I not excited. When I get here and there's a coyote in the first snare, oh fuck, rarely is that a bad day. Okay, so we got long anchors on these snares. You're snaring a nice hill like this, coyote's gonna tip over down the hill. So you can see this spot is in perfect working order. This is where the ram was, and coyote come down the hill. Okay, this is a very high percentage coyote, it really is. Take them all like this if I could, that's for sure, guys. Now, in regards to setting these things up, it's a tricky deal. Pre-baiting these coyotes and getting them coming in is a wonderful thing to be able to do. The problem here, every time I even think about pre-baiting these coyotes to start trapping them in November, is that I'm going to be feeding bears, and it's all I'm going to be feeding, and it's going to be a pain in the ass because I'm drawing bears into places I don't want bears. Like, there's just so many bears here. So what ends up happening is feed them once or twice, get a few coyotes coming in, get some trails, and start snaring, and it works pretty good. This is a good coyote. Beautiful guard hairs, perfect age, texture, everything. Color, orange, a little orangey, a beauty. Take them all like that, I'll tell you. Just everything you want. Like, look at the neck on him, beautiful coyote. Tricky sometimes to make the reset better than the original, you know, but you just do what you can. We'll leave that one probably something about like that. And, you know, that's good. Looks like I can just barely see our coyote. So, see this bush, it's untouched is what it is. It's just prime staring. It's phenomenal. Oh, no, never mind. Looks like it's actually a fox. Knew I seen something. So you can see I had a snare there. That's off center on the trail. And then it looks like I also had one there. So this has come. Yeah, it's just caught on those branches a bit, eh? Gotta get her nice and centered here. Perfect, better. You know, I don't have any fun catching these little guys. I just rather not. Really rather not. Yeah, pretty good looking one, but yeah, I'd rather see him running around than in the snare. So wonderful little reset here, simple, effective, beauty. Well guys, I'm actually surprised that's all there was here today. I thought there might be more, but oh well. Plenty more to catch on the next go over. Let's go check another bait. Sure, a slow day on the line here. It's warmed up to like +4, and I am not complaining about that because the less snow we have, the better as far as I'm concerned. It's just such a pain in the ass to me having all the snow. Oh yeah, I seen coyote tracks on top of my trail going down to this real deadly set, but look like fuck no on that. Slow day on the line today, guys. You know, some days you just can hardly catch anything if the coyotes aren't moving like they are today. Other days they're moving so damn good you can't keep them out of the snares. It's a it's a funny thing, but you just take the good with the bad, you know. Got a decent little chunk of work to do here in the skin and chuck today, you know, guys. Cup of hot chocolate, heavy metal. You know, we'll get her done. Okay, guys, beauty day. Another snare check. See, when I'm running these baits, I like to usually bring 2 ramps along. You see, I already set one of them here just a second ago. Always looking for new spots. It sure seems to work good. Changing things up all the time. Running fresh snares. Trying to stay a step ahead of your coyotes or whatever, because they are smart. They will figure you out. And this is a beautiful trail I've been walking down. I believe it was set right there. You can see it comes from there. And I just set this snare the last time through here. Actually, this snare might have been right here. Now, quite often with these, you know, on second look there, after having caught something, the set just never looks quite as good. But we'll make out just fine here all the same. So when we look at this coyote, it's very gray. There's a tinge of frost on them, kind of thing. It's a good one. Like, the coyotes are just, they're good enough. The prices are good enough. Like, the color just don't really matter. I don't really care. Still gonna sell good. And I do believe this set was right here. See, this is a wonderful place to set a ram. I'll let it hang up in these bushes. I got this duck down here. It's gonna break up the snare and such. Now, some idiot packed a whole bunch of the wrong kind of snares here. It was me. Fuck. See, the whole top of this snare is broken up. We actually want this pretty high on this duck hunter. We want to be careful about hip snaring things. We got to be careful that snare isn't too low. We're catching front legs, the bad thing. This is actually a pretty nice set here. I'm just gonna stick this one here so I don't have something ducked through here. And that's an efficient set. We're gonna be hopefully seeing it later on as well, friends. So second bait here, guys. I just got 3 baits going, and got to get some more set out. I decided not to set those 2 on my north line because they're just a pain in the ass. I don't even try for coyotes at my wolf bait anymore. Just a waste of time. Now you see this bush is so thick because it's untouched. You can walk through here, you can find so many spots for snares. I see, oh, a lovely sight up ahead. Spot a coyote and a snare a long ways away, my friends. And yeah, so you'll remember here, we had a fox in one of these 2 snares. There's one here and one just slightly over. All the coyotes we've got so far, like, they looking nice, like really nice. They are prime. The hide might have a touch thicker to go to be real, but like the fur on them is like just top notch. So kind of got to make hay while the sun shines here. Sun is shining here. It hasn't been the best start. A little bit of snow. Fuck around with the storm. Like, they don't get much nicer. These are prime coyotes, guys. Really nice looking coyotes. Been pretty damn warm here is a bit of the problem. Like, it's just hard for shit to be moving. But what can you do? We just give her. I'm not so concerned about numbers and shit. I really feel like I don't have anything to prove at this point. Fuck off, Traplines. You're being a dumb prick. Okay, we got a nice set here. It's down there, and you get any kind of a slope on these beauty sets, and they come down nice off your set, and then you can reset it easy. If it's flat, they can spin around and tear it all up. Now, this bait, I set it up, and the first check there was no coyote, which was a hell of a surprise. But this is one of my best baits. It's also the best at catching mangy shoulder mite coyotes. And that's what we got here. Big old coyote. You see here, you take a look at him, he's just filled with it. It's bad. Like it's such a big piece of them missing. Also, it's worse than it looks because this hair that's borders the outside of it is also compromised. Now there was a time there a few years ago, or even last or whatever, you know, I'd fuck around with that for 40 bucks. I just hated seeing shit go to waste, but now I just do not have the time. You know, it's just not worth it, so you throw it in the burning barrel. Our second coyote here is a lot more like business than the first one. I'll tell you that, guys. Holy. This is a wonderful trail. It's way off the trail. If you look behind me, there is where it goes, way over there. That's a pretty damn good one, you know. Take them all like that, you know we will. Let's get a reset, keep moving on here. About halfway through them, looking good. Well guys, I sure can't complain about a 4 coyote day here for too long, you know. 3 of these are beauties, one's a throwaway. Can't complain about that either, only one this year. It's actually real slow, so to see 4 I'm pretty happy. Like, it's just warm, not getting the movement, but you know, we're getting a good start at her. Put her in a way. It's been a little slower getting going here. We had to figure out the storm, and then it's kind of really sunk down around here. I was pretty worried. Kind of sunk down here a lot. It doesn't look too bad, but still we got a fair bit of snow and stuff. You know, that'll be it for this one though, guys. Call it the start of the season. We'll see what's going on this year. You know, like, I think I want to set a lot of new spots. I really only have 3 coyote baits here. Like I said, I'm done with those north 2. They were just a piss around. You know, there's no coyotes really that close to me. I have to drive quite a ways to find them, like 40 clicks, to get to these good coyotes. There's just not coyotes up in the bush. Like, I realize at this point I just waste my time up there where I'm snaring wolves, trying to piss around with coyotes, you know. Like, that's what it's become. Have fun with it, you know, rip for a couple months, catch prime coyotes, you know. It's very, very productive and such, doing the trapping, catching these prime western coyotes, you know. They just do well at sale, and then I make videos on it too, so it's very productive, and I enjoy it. It's the lifestyle, I think, more than anything. Being out in the bush, ripping on the skidoo, fuck, you know, it's just beauty. And that's, I think, why I've always loved it. And you know, it's just good honest work, you know, dragging coyotes up down the hill. You feel good about it. Anyway, we haven't had any big coyote checks here, only a 5 and a 4. You know, this time last year I had some 8 and 7s and something like that, and that was beauty. But we'll get her figured out here. Cold snap, get good bait out, get them ripping. Should be right on, guys. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and lots coming up this season. Hope everyone's doing just great.